Oh, hi there. Dr. Carmen McGinnis here. So this week, right here on my channel, we're going to talk about writing your personal story, writing the story of your life. Stay with me. Is your truth what someone else told you? Or is it the story possibly that you told yourself that isn't quite true? Or perhaps a bit of both? We, each of us, has a story. Much of what we've come to believe about ourselves is a false narrative, written by our parents, our teachers, our romantic partners, and friends, well-meaning friends, and of course our own ego, attempting to make us palatable to others, all of the above, or protect us from them. The story of your life in journal format goes a very long way to reveal the words between the story that you were told and the one that you tell yourself. As you write, many questions begin to unfold, and this is my journal. In my journal, I have the story of my life unfolding on one side, and on the other side, upside down, I think I got it the wrong way around, I have the questions that arise out of it. If you work in a device of some sort, a computer or some sort of other device, then use two documents. Just have one for the story of your life and the other for the questions that come up as you write your story. Some of these questions will be about other people. Why did he prefer her over me, for instance? Or why did mother leave daddy when I was a child? Or why couldn't my first wife stop drinking? These are questions that I've heard in sessions with clients and with my friend group, and questions I've asked myself as well. And another one that I heard recently, what was she thinking when she said that? Now, that question came up in a session with a client who's allowed me to share it here. And that one really struck me as a prime example. How can we possibly know what she was thinking when she said that? Other questions will, of course, be about us. And these are the useful ones. These are the ones that we must focus on. We cannot answer questions about other people, as I just exemplified. Yes, we can have theories, of course, but these are just theories, and as such, they're not stable ground on which to build the story of your life. Instead, we can turn those questions about others into questions about ourselves. So, why did he prefer her over me, for instance, can be rewritten to ask, why did I try to be something, someone I'm not, that he might prefer me? So in writing the story of your life, we develop questions about our own choices. These are the coulda, shoulda, woulda type questions. And these become our assignments, the project of our life. As we proceed through the assignments of life, we should always remember that we have this amazing gift here on the physical realm. And I think of it almost like a superpower, and it's the gift of choice. Each day we make hundreds of choices. Yes, I said hundreds, not dozens. Take a moment and consider your day. Count the choices that you made before you even left the house, and you'll see what I mean. Hundreds. As we write the story of our life and develop the questions about ourselves and start to rewrite our story with the understanding that we choose our path, our life begins to change. In this, we begin the important work of reclaiming our life because we see our own part in it. Now, you might have already thought of this, but as you do this work, you're going to stumble upon some uncomfortable emotions. I was such a fool, for instance. This is a very common one. I've heard it from myself, and I hear it from my clients and friends. And of course, this is the new false narrative that we begin to tell ourselves. And as we begin to see that the story of our lives is changing in this way, we realize that it's kind of like an onion with many layers. Yes, this is not the first journal I've had. I have many of these, stacks of them in private drawers in my bedroom. And if you're willing to forgive yourself and see the deeper truth, I wasn't a fool. I was filled with love. So vulnerable, so trusting, so willing to embrace life. And we see a very different story here, indeed. And now in this, we find yet another layer, a softer layer. One in which we can choose to reclaim our vulnerability, our trust, if we choose to. Again, another choice. And when I talk about trust, I'm talking about our trust in ourselves, our ability to choose wisely. Now, I'm not going to go through all those layers today. There's no time, and everyone's story takes them on a different journey. Next week, I'm going to discuss the importance of tolerating those negative emotions that come up in writing the story of your life, and how common it is that we're asked, the universe, whoever asks us, to tolerate that negative affect, those negative emotions. So join me for my midweek sneak peek on Wednesday, when I'll reveal a bit more about that segment next Sunday. And if this segment today resonates with you, please click the link in the description box and consider enrolling in my online course, Raising Your Inner Child. Until I see you on Wednesday, have a wonderful week.